Let us see. Let us see. Shazam. How's everyone doing? Let's see. There we go. Facebook, Twitch is on. Good. My notices are starting to show up again properly. Good. All I gotta do is check Twitter. Hey, JB, how you doing, buddy? Shazam. Wish me luck. Or I don't even know what it is. Yeah, wish me luck. Miserable internet for about 7 hours today. I've gone about 3 hours with no problems. So while the temperature in here hasn't gone down, it's gone down outside. I don't know if there's any correlation. Shouldn't be, but things been funnier. Hey, it's very possible Rogers was doing some work on my internet up here in the area. But I didn't do my usual sharing of the stream. I only put it in my groups and on my pages, just because I'm really worried about how good my connection is going to be tonight. I don't want to put it in 20 places if I'm just going to disappoint everyone. 23 to 26, so I need 4 bags. What you doing tonight, JB? Let's see, 23, 24, 5. Ooh, big one. 26. Okay. Yeah, the mouse is moving everywhere I don't want it to go. Oh, hang on, Greg. Let's see. Shazam.
What's up, man?
Oh, same shit, new day, except lousy internet. Literally miserable. 6-7 hours every 35 to 45 minutes. My wife was being bounced off. I was being bounced off. Daughter was watching TV. That was miserable. And then around 5:30, it cleared up.
Cleared up, huh?
Seemed to. I haven't had a problem since, so I'm going to try my luck. Didn't share this stream everywhere I'm used to, so just it'll probably be a little quieter and cozier if that's okay. There you go. It got warm today and humid. That's the other part. Really humid. Not a fan.
Towel this off. And
Yeah, I saw that in the chat. Yeah, I think I put a like on it. Pretty cool.
And raise the striping up about a plate.
Okay. So you're liking it, or you done with it, or you think you got a little more you want to do to it?
I think I'll put a towel right here.
Yep.
Or a cheese float.
I seen some guys who took I can't remember the company's name. They make all kinds of Lego like LEDs, and they did some underglow. Really tough though, and you have to get a very small battery to make it work. But or you just cheat and you run a USB line. But yeah, I seen some guys do some cool mods with it. I think the speed champs are too small to do proper lighting mods, so I think you end up sacrificing too much to squeeze lighting at that scale. I don't know if I like these paper bags yet. Actually, as a new buyer, I guess I don't care. Mixed packaging from responsible sources. As defined by whatever bogus organization you're claiming to be. FSC.org. I'll have to look that up later. Are you a fan of the Trailer Park Boys by any chance, Craig?
I never watched an episode.
Oh, dude. Well, I'm not going to say it's great because it's not. But it's so... it's so bad it's good. That kind of thing. And it's a definitely fan favorite for a lot of Canadians. It's very lowbrow, but a lot of us are pretty attached to those guys. Huge export. Like, it's exported all around the world. I mean, it was actually the demand outside of Canada that kind of brought it back, and they got a new home on it on Netflix.
I think I watched a few episodes of some sort of medical drama based in Canada.
Medical drama based in Canada. There's probably been a few over the years, but I couldn't tell you which one. Geez, 4 bags and that's all the parts. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my God, it's still so big. Hey, Shazam, Noble 6. Welcome to the stream.
I watched a movie last night.
Oh, what did you watch? We just finished watching one with Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal. It's one I've seen before. I can't remember the name, though.
It's called Road Trip.
Road Trip. Who was in it?
Todd Phillips, Sean William Scott, Breckenmeyer, Tom Green.
Green. Jeez, you think I would know?
DJ Qualis. No Tom Green?
I know who Tom Green is. Guy's only got one nut. He was married to Drew Barrymore at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean William Scott's the funniest one in there. This was the movie.
Oh, hey, we're gonna have a new face on. Shazam, how you doing, Noble 6? Oh, let's see if we get your audio working. I'll give you a few seconds.
Have you watched American Pie?
Oh God, everyone's seen American Pie, but it just got so much. The first one's good, like I would call that like a modern classic, but second, third's no good. And Mama Lego said Saving Hope. That might be that medical drama you were talking about.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And by the way, Shazam. How you doing on that audio problem, Noble? I'll give you another few seconds, see if you can fix it. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the other thing is you probably will need to have a headset on or know your audio settings really good so that I'm not coming out on your end and I can hear it come back, because that will A, drive me crazy, and B, not be good for anyone else listening. As it is, I'm sure my microphone's either picking up the 2 fans I got going and that AC. Now, see, I can barely hear the AC because I got the cans on, but I know I take that before Greg came on when I didn't have the headphones on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. How you doing?
Pretty good. I was the guy on Facebook, Jared Maloskerno. I was trying to freaking join you like 3 times, but I'd always get the notification of the stream going live after it. So I was like, dang it.
Oh, yeah. And here's the thing. My build streams generally don't have a lot of advanced notice, usually at the most 30 minutes, because you never know when I can build. And it's like, you know what? Oh, I got time. I can do it. Or I know people are going out, or I know like my wife's going to watch something and she can put a headset on. So I know there won't be too much interruption or too much background noise. So, yeah, I mean, my other streams and stuff, and I would do new bricks, whatever, those tend to have more notice, but not my build streams. They tend to be 30 minutes and then go. And then if I'm ready, I'll just click start. And if maybe that'll mean I'll finish earlier. But yeah, great to have you on.
Do you have the Mammoth set or?
No.
Well, I can say that Tesla truck is a little bit bigger than it. I have them on a shelf right together.
We're 19 inches, give or take, right now, and it's a beast, and it's quite heavy, and it's definitely solid. I mean, some of the techniques still bother me, but I can see where they're going. Okay, I'm worried about this. I guess the suspension. I'm really not a fan of it so far. I'm hoping, it works out in the end. As long as it looks good, I'm not going to care. Oh, it's great?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the elastics bother me, and I can't get to the elastics afterwards from the looks of it, so that's going to kill me.
I don't think there's rubber in it, actually.
Tiny little rubber bands.
Let me see.
Because I put at least one on here.
No, there's no rubber on it. On the suspension, there's no rubber.
Oh no? Okay.
No.
So I don't know what this is yet. So.
What are you doing?
But I'm not a fan of those little bands. They're smaller than Legos. And usually what I do is I'll build a Lego set that has them. Everyone sees it. And then the first thing I do is I either pull them out or I replace them outright with just regular rubber bands.
Oh, it is for the suspension, but it's for like a different part of it. It's not for the
just to make it a ratcheting system, and that's it? Okay. Yeah. Which is what I'm hoping. But still, these are, I don't call them a high quality rubber band product. And it's
right.
I gotta figure out either how to get it out of there, and it looks like it's gonna be brutal to do that. Like I honestly feel like I shouldn't have put it in there, or I should have just grabbed some rubber bands that I have.
Well,
but
I mean,
I see why you need small ones.
Like the rubber band bracelets, like from a few years ago, they're real popular. You can replace them with those.
Yeah, I gotta see how the final build is before I decide what I gotta do to surgically fix it. And chances are I'm only gonna leave it built for about 2 or 3 years. Maybe I'll leave it alone. I don't have an infinite amount of space. I mean, in the fall, I went through 2 months of tearing down about 80 sets to make room for
80 sets, jeez.
Oh, yeah, it was kind of brutal. Anyone who was watching my streams, like I would talk a lot, but it's like, it was kind of cool because a lot of these sets no one had seen in years on my stream. And so to see all these weird things, because it's Lego, it's Mega, it's Chinese stuff, it's Oxford, all kinds of brands, Kazi and Panlos, and I probably represented about 12 brands in about 2 months of tearing down stuff.
I mean, I had every Infinite set up to date, and then I just sold it all like a month ago, almost.
No,
I still have a few left here and there.
Okay.
I had 4 Pelicans though.
Wow. So you're an army builder? Like you like to build
sort
out?
of.
Okay.
So I don't like having the same character over and over and over.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what's slowly killing me on the Star Wars stuff, because I really came back into Lego after 35, 40 years, having not have it. And then it's like, oh, my buddy bought me a TIE fighter. And then I bought a matching X-Wing for the same year, 2012. And then wash, rinse, repeat. Yeah. And I ended up buying like most of like 3 or 4 years worth of, the modern waves. And I went backwards, collected most of the UCS sets, and then some pieces, unique sets along the way, and just got to the point, okay, well, how many X-Wings do I need? How many TIE fighters do I need? It's like, how many Vader figures? I mean, it just got to the point. So I definitely started to expand. I need something outside of Lego. Mega was good. Call of Duty, really amazing. Collecting some of the Halo stuff like the Warthogs. I've got the first 19 of them in my main video, and then I've
seen that video.
Yeah, I'm still proud of that because that's an evergreen video. That one just continuously makes views for me. And then I've got about
Yeah.
7, 8, 9 new Warthog sets I've got to build since 2019. They're just sitting here in the backlog.
Did you know about the Gold Warthog? It was a
Don't-
trophy given for the MCC back in 2015 or so.
If it's
There was 7 ever made.
it's a one-off, right? Yeah, it's a
There's
unique.
7 of them. Yeah.
Oh, was it really 7? Okay.
Yeah.
I know
There's
someone had
5
asked me once about
known
it,
to exist now because
but it's not
used
something that was ever
as-
retail available. So what can I do?
No.
Right? I mean, I've never had a problem playing fastest credit card. I got a lot of unique pieces.
Oh yeah.
But it's like, yeah, if you can't get it, you can't get it, right?
No,
It's like, I would
there's not
love
even
to get-
pictures on Google of it.
Yeah, like there's a Lego R2D2 I would kill for. They made a silver. It's pewter or something. Well, they've only made one. So like you dirty. Actually, technically they made 2. There was one they put in their Lego museum, and a second they gave away in the sweepstakes recently too.
Dang.
And I would love to have that because nothing better than having a unique one-off or just something that's 2. But I really don't like chasing those kinds of things much anymore. I don't get the thrill so much. I'm a builder now, and I'd rather put more money into more substantial builds than have something that I'm going to look at it, pitch it in a Ziploc.
Right.
Let's see.
I might
JD's
buy a couple more Tesla trucks and make like a huge truck out of them or something.
Oh, really? Actually, some people are suggesting there's enough good pieces in this to really.
I mean,
do
they're
some
only
nice
$100, so
Oh yeah, you're in the U.S. You're seeing them at $100 now.
yeah, $100.
Nice. Yeah, they keep dropping.
It
Now
was
there's
Best
plenty
Buy.
plenty of opportunities for 200 Canada, which is great because they're probably closer to 400 retail in
I think
Canada.
they're
when they're not on
130
sale.
there right now. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure.
The most recent on Amazon
Amazon.
Canada, I want to say was 180 or 190 recently.
180, yeah.
It was cool when I got, actually this was the first one, and when I got this one, it basically had gone up in value before it arrived. It took so long for it to arrive, just because of price fluctuations and inflation and everything else. And then I told people, okay, because I just wanted the one. It's an ugly build of an ugly truck, But then when I started seeing all the deals that came later, it's like, oh, I scooped up a bunch of them because, premium huge box sets with Mega, as long as you can play the long game, they'll do well for you. As long as you're not killing yourself to buy them.
Right.
I would love to have the Mammoth and probably one or two other
I got
large
mine for
sets.
$550. The Mammoth about 3 years ago.
Oh wow! There's only one thing I'm really searching for: Forward Onto Dawn. It's the only thing I'm really dying to get my hands on.
That'll be your holy grail.
At this point, it is.
That'd be roughly $800.
Because I've had 3 or 4 really good, solid negotiations with people that have just fallen through, and I really can't bring myself to buy it used or open box. I really need it sealed, just because it's too hard to fix Mega. It just is. It's. I had an opportunity to get one that was about 95% complete. And when the parts that were missing were described to me, and I asked a few friends, they said, don't even bother. You'll never get them. It's like, oh man, it broke my heart.
Yeah, most of it's exclusive, like colors.
I tried with a few people to build an organization that would give us a BrickLink service for Mega. And 3 times we tried with different developers, and 3 times it just failed because of the weird, intentional inconsistencies with the colors of the bricks, lack of information on some of the early stuff. It's very hard to come up with all the, color and part codes that Mega's used, and you got a lot of competing people who don't actually want to work together, and it really sucks, when there are people who have these collections and they have the manuals, and it's like, give us a scan of just the parts page, right? So right now there's one fellow I'm working with, Ovi, and I told him I'll provide anything I can, but a lot of my stuff's in storage now for a Mega that is older than 6 months that I've already built. That stuff's in storage. I only go once a month to pull it out, but I'm willing to take some high quality photos of the parts pages for anything he can't seem to get. But I don't have a vintage collection of Mega. I mean, probably my oldest Mega set, which would fall in Mega blocks, would probably be 2008. I know 2010 I got plenty. Yeah, probably 2008. Whatever was the first year for...
It's 2009. Yeah.
2009?
2009. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm very limited in my vintage stuff. But I'm trying to hook them up with like Dan Branco and a few other guys who've got a lot of diverse themes in Mega stuff. That every time I had talked to them, they'd show me something new I've never seen before. So I'm definitely not the king of Mega.
I started around those 10th anniversary, like 4-packs from Dollar General.
Okay.
That's when I started. Yeah.
Tell you one of the Warthog sets that I really liked the most, and I had actually the most fun collecting, was that 10th anniversary, that large scale brick built monstrosity. Oh, yeah. And because that felt like old school Lego, because it's basically studs up 90%. Like there's really nothing in the way of advanced techniques. It's just a huge block of plastic when you're done. And like the first one, I got good deals on all of them actually. That was one of the few I didn't have to kill myself on, but one I scored for $40 Canadian sealed. I had to drive an hour out of my way to do it. I was happy to do it, picked it up, and then that was probably, I think, the first one I bought. And then the second one I got a good deal on, and then a third one came up, and I used the third one to get the Halo Fest CE edition set. I come out really good on that deal because I know my set was not worth fair trade, but the guy couldn't get himself a good sealed copy, and this was a nice mint box, and it's like he was, this was an extra box he had, this an extra box I had, so we treated it as a 1-to-1. And not only that, but it was actually a cross country deal. He was in another province from me, one over in Quebec, and we actually planned it like I would come by in 3 weeks on my way to the coast. So I'd be traveling through. I told him it could be 6 in the evening, it could be 1 in the morning. Turned out to be 1 in the morning. I'm calling him, hey, I'm here in Laval, Quebec, and he comes out, and it looks like we're doing drugs from the back of the cars.
Oh yeah.
And, it was hilarious. I've done some late night deals for brick sets from different companies, but that was probably the most interesting experience. Really good guy. And it turned out that guy is just like a huge Mega collector. And of course he had real access to the old factory, to the old head office that was in Quebec. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. And I know he's still selling his stuff at a premium on Facebook. And it's like, I've never been able to buy anything since from him because like he just wants, top dollar plus 20%. Like he's just outrageous, but
right.
He's got it. That's the problem. He's got the sets and he can't get this stuff anymore.
The one side I do want to get is that gold and black Warthog. The Rocket Hug, I believe.
Do you know what year that was?
I think it was the 10th anniversary. It was what was it, like 500 made? Something like that? For the SDCC thing.
Well, was that not the Halo Fest set?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that I got, dude.
How many you got? Just one?
I got one built, one sealed.
Oh wow. I want to get a sealed one eventually. Just put it away on like a shelf.
People are hitting me up for that because they want the figures more than they want the set.
Oh wow.
Yeah. They're like, it's outrageous what they don't, for whatever reason, the interest in the car is like almost zero. They want the figures. Even the box, like for the one I built, like people, I'll pay you for the box. That's one of the few boxes I still keep. I used to be that guy, keep every box, but when you build, 1,000 sets, 1,100 sets, 1,200 sets, and you try and play that game and you're going to keep boxes, then you start doing silly things like, oh, okay, I'll keep the big boxes, premium boxes and UCS sets for Lego. And it's like, okay. And you'll knock other ones down, knock them flat. And then you realize, well, that gets silly. Okay, I only keep the big ones. And at some point you realize you're keeping cardboard for the sake of keeping cardboard. Why? If I build it, they're keepers. If I put them in storage straight up, then it's flips for future flips. So it's like, Why am I keeping empty boxes? If I build it, I'm not giving it away. I'm not selling it. So And if I ever do, then someone will have to accept it as is. I know when I was buying a lot of used stuff, I wanted the box, I wanted the manual, I wanted as much of the original experience as I could. But I realized I'm a builder. I just want to build. And I think most builders, as long as it's complete, will be very happy with that. And if not,
Can I
they can go.
send photos in here? Or
Say that again?
can I send photos in here?
Let's see. You could share from your computer, and then I
Oh,
could
okay.
put it up on the
I'll
screen.
upload some on like Facebook and share
Okay.
or Instagram or something.
Let's see. I have not fixed these cameras. Son of a gun. I just realized how blue this is. There we go. I like the Logitech cameras, but the software is trash. And nothing will keep the settings. And of course, I run, as you can see, the 3 cameras on the side of the screen, they're all Logitechs. The one heads up, or the one that I'm using as a headshot right now, it's actually a creative camera that I got half price at Christmas, New Year's, whatever. It was okay for the price, but it's like if someone was just starting out, they could get away with it, but it's very fisheye. So if I move to one side, it gets very dark and it really distorts everything. The Logitechs don't distort nearly as much, and they're much better with lighting. But the Logitech software is trash. Actually, it's funny because Creative has no software. I have to use the Windows stuff, which actually isn't as horrible, but it's just not a good experience. I mean, most people get along fine with a camera. I have to be that weenie that's going to have multiple cameras. But I realized early on, like, okay, one camera was good, 2 cameras were great, because then I could put my headshot against, say, the desktop. That's how I got my start. And then people were saying, oh, I want to see this, I want to see that. And I hated always having to rotate something around. I realized, well, the cameras aren't expensive, and every camera I bought gave me a license for the software I was using at the time. So it basically worked out to be almost free. I just kept adding cameras. Okay, that's kind of cool. I just realized I haven't built a single thing yet. Actually, I've had plenty of streams like that. So I enjoy the conversation. And that's the thing. When YouTube started screwing with me a couple years ago, like when I first hit my 1,000, and then I did my 24-hour stream, and I had 80 guests and 2 Lego Masters on, and I had a good time with it. Actually, it was closer to 25 and 24 hours. But Lego screwed me because they took a bunch of watch hours off and a bunch of subs off. Actually, subs wasn't so bad. It's the watch hours they screwed me on. And then it got to a point like, you know what? I'm still going to be a builder. When I build, I turn on the cameras. If anyone wants to come hang with me, great. If not, whatever.
Oh, did you pre-order that new multiplayer set yet?
I did. I feel bad for even doing it, but
I did
the
one.
Warthog,
But
so the Warthogs are the only thing I really care about with the Halo line. And because I had that one main video, I'm at a point where if I can buy it, I'll pre-order it or I'll import it or whatever. But I'm not going to stress over the rest of the Halo stuff unless I see it hugely discounted at Walmart. I'm an employee, so I already get a discount just buying it. And then once a month, I get 10% every day. I get 20% once a month. And then if they have a clearance or a good sale, that all stacks up. But I don't chase the Mega Halo stuff, which is funny because if you look at the last 2 years, I've bought almost all of it because it comes on sale. Toys R Us in Canada. By the way, where are you located?
I'm in New York.
You're in New York.
I got no Mega here. I'm in upstate. I got no Mega. I haven't seen a set in like 3 years. Yeah.
You got to import it if you get it at all.
Yeah, last set I seen was the Warthog Rally.
No
joke. With no code in it. When it had no code.
Really?
The second or third wave they put the code in it.
I mean, you can probably still find that on the shelf here. Like
the Warthog Rally?
You'd be surprised.
It's discontinued.
Yeah. No, there's you'll find so Toronto has, I'm pretty much dead center in Toronto, and I have 15 Walmarts within 10 to 15 minutes drive. I hit 14 out of 15 in 8 hours one day. scooping up deals, right? And that used to be a big part of my channel was where are the deals and these events. Like me and my daughter drove around. So most of our locations, they're not 24 hours in Canada. That's number one. So they open at 7. And it's like, okay, you pick the best 3 that you think you're going to get good deals at 7 o'clock. So 7, 8, between 7 and 8, I can hit the first 3 usually if I hustle. And then after that, diminishing returns because, well, we're, Toronto's a big city and I'm not the only guy doing this. And, by the end of the day, you don't want to see another Walmart. You don't want to see any more Lego or Mega or a handful of the other bricks we have access to here. It's like you're just done and exhausted. Then you realize it's not that fun. You turn something that was fun and turn into something not fun. Like my daughter said, I am never doing that with you.
I remember AA guns were $16, the banished one.
Really?
Yeah, on Target.com too. It sold out within, I don't know, a week. But then, when the Energy Sword released, here on Target it was $16 when it released. They didn't know the price.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Someone's posting all kinds of stuff that's in Target right now, and there's still Target's kind of like Toys R Us was,
right,
adhering to street date. So they'll put it on the shelf because they have no room in the back, right? They'll put it on the shelf, and then you can't buy it. I hate when stores do that. And up here, if you push, you usually could get it. Well, can I speak to someone as long as you're polite and you escalate it a little bit, and they'll sell it to you as long as you're not trying to clear the shelf. I just want 1 or 2, something reasonable. Okay. But if they see it coming in, 3 weeks before it should be sold, well, you know what? They should not be putting it on the shelf. That's it.
Right.
That's just ridiculous. If they have a deal with Lego or with Mega to not do something, then they should be adhering to it.
Do you remember the original Call of Duty set? It was
Which
the boat.
No, and I don't have it either.
Oh, when that came
I've
out,
only got
I got
cars,
it a week early.
planes, and choppers in Call of Duty. I don't have the horses. I don't have the vintage heritage army type stuff.
The original set was a boat, and then it was like a Jeep or something as well. I'd have to look it up. But I got the boat a week or 2 early.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was only, I think, $19, I believe. I got it from a Walmart.
Yeah, you can't believe the difference in your dollar and my dollar, though. Like something that's $20 for you these days is 30 for me. Like it's just ridiculous.
Your dollar smell like maple syrup.
I wish. You know what's funny? I'm now afraid to do cash business because I haven't really handled money in 4 years. Really, I don't know what a real Canadian 5, 10, or 20 looks like anymore. Because of COVID, no one did any cash business up here, and I realized the other day I'm holding money and I'm looking at it because my wife still does cash a lot now. I didn't realize it looked like this. It's like you could give me fake money and I wouldn't know it because it's like, damn. And forget American money. I can't remember the last time I had any of your money. I mean, we're probably talking a good 10 years.
Yeah.
So I really couldn't distinguish the real stuff from.
Before I sold everything, I had roughly 450 figures. Just in bins. Yeah.
So have you traded hobbies or?
I'm done with it. The community, they kept saying I was like a scammer and everything. That's how it always is, though. And I'm like, I'm done, dude. I can't even sell stuff. I'd use it as a side thing, as selling stuff, but now I just can't. No one wants to buy anything anymore. So I was like, I'm done. I removed 50% off retail on all my sets and sold almost everything.
Oh wow, you literally cleared to get out.
Yeah. I did pre-order that one multiplayer set because I know that it'll be 3 times retail when it comes out. And there'll be limited numbers.
Especially if there's no. Now, is there going to be a way to get that retail, you think, or is that really just be online and done?
That one site. That's it.
Wow. See.
What's it called?
Well, here's what's scary, that they had extended the purchase time. That bothers me.
By 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. That tells me they didn't get what they were hoping to get out of it.
No, definitely not.
and that really worries me.
I mean, they
Maybe
didn't
the
really
interest.
promote
I
it
think they're
either.
hideous, by the way. I don't like the choices that the community made. I think they're hideous.
Yeah, I wish they
And that's
had
if
the
we,
gray Spartans.
yeah, and that's if we are to believe that the community actually chose that. It wouldn't be the first time that something was offered as, a customer choice, and it really wasn't.
Right.
I remember back in the comic book days, late '80s, early '90s, we were able to use the telephone system to vote for would Robin live or die in one of the story arcs for it was a 4-issue series of whatever was going on with Batman, Jokers, whatever. They're killing off, and the idea was they had drawn it and written it, so he's either going to live or he's going to die. I never believed for a second they were going to leave that decision to us.
No, there's no way.
I mean, I don't believe any big business can afford to leave that decision in the hands of their customer base, because you got to be thinking down the road too.
I still have the Fender guitar, so.
See, it's funny. So the Mega Fender, like all the Lego guys, they all went apeshit when the Lego one come out, and I go, guys, that's not even the first one that come out in the last year and a half. It's like, and the Lego one's nice. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's like that Mega one is a pretty nice build too. And but the purists are so narrow. They got their blinders on. It's like, guys, I'm not a purist. Yes, my collection is still 90% Lego, but I'm not a purist. And there's just so much out there. I'm trying to figure out what David's saying here. So I heard about yourself is full of Lego cars. I think you're trying to say shelf. That's what I'm thinking. And I got a shelf and a half right now full of Lego and Mega, and then Slew Band, and 2 or 3 other named manufacturers, and then there's a couple of Chinese ones in there. But the Hot Wheels stuff I'm digging a lot. I'm definitely going to pare it down and probably stick to only the larger ones. I don't know if I want a lot of 19-inch cars, but 12-inch, 10-inch is nice because you can have a lot on the shelf without killing yourself for space.
I like the one blue car that came out with
the Pontiac Firebird.
Yeah, the Firebird.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still bothered that some of these colors aren't true to the box art, but Lego.
Do you have the Firebird?
Oh yeah. We built.
I've never even seen it like in camera or anything. The color.
Really?
Right.
I want to say I built it over 4 streams. It's not like all these cars are not terribly demanding from Mega. This being big, of course, is taking me forever, but I'm also a slow builder. Period.
I built the Tesla truck within 2 weeks. But
If
put it off a lot.
If I were to turn off the cameras and not talk to people, yeah, I mean, something that's 3,000 pieces, I should be able to do in 8 to 12 hours. When I built the UCS Millennium Falcon, the most recent one, that was 17 days, 2 hours a day, and that was huge undertaking for me to do that. Now, granted, I streamed most of that, or streamed all of it. I definitely had some internet issues back then because when I was doing that, I think I was still doing the 1 camera deal with the old brown setup I had before I updated everything. Which way is that going to go? It doesn't really matter. It's going to turn. Why did I pull 2? I only needed 1. Awesome. That's my first step. That's okay.
How much was that multiplayer set in Canadian? I know it was $77.
I'll tell you, actually, I can still see it.
Yeah, it was $77 for me. was expensive.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
no, that's not cheap. And of course, like I don't care about the other half of the set. I just want the warthog and the figures of the warthog.
I think it should have been at least 45. You know, because the Mongoose set is 15 and the Warthog is usually 30 for here. But it did not work
Let's
out like
see.
that.
So this was confirmed on March 21st. 96
Oh, wow.
Canadian before tax, 128 after.
120. Oh,
And here's the worst part is, on that, I don't know if that's going to show up on any of these, but it's April 1st, 2024. It's like
2024.
that's what the confirmation says.
Oh wow.
In my
I thought it was
email,
gonna be like Christmas.
hey, I'm still hoping it comes early too, but as far as I'm concerned, that's money. Throw it in the wind.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
But this is what sucks about being a mega collector. Okay, so you're having a hard time where you are in New York. In Canada, the last 6 years, I mean, I've had to import, not a lot, but maybe 40 sets because there was sometimes either no chance to get it in Canada or I knew if I missed it, I'd be paying eBay rates. And I didn't want to do that. I'd rather pay a little more, import it from Amazon in the States or import it from Amazon in the UK, which, by the way, even after shipping, exchange, and everything, sometimes has been very good to me in Canada. So for me, it's Amazon Canada, Amazon US, Amazon UK. I'm always checking them every day just to see. I got the Enterprise, the large premium Enterprise.
Oh yeah.
I got that from the States after everything for $100 Canadian.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was something like 70, $74 US or whatever. So
Yeah.
Conversion, shipping, everything, whatever Amazon does to drop ship it up here. I love it. Now, the only thing is that's another one. I don't know when I'll be able to build it because when you build it, those pylons that come out, the thing is so big. My display cabinets are 16 deep, 31 wide. And I suspect I can't build it unless I come up with some sort of weird mathematical angles that will work out for me. I don't know. So yeah, I'm going to have to figure out how that's going to work if I ever get around to building it, or it won't go into a case. The Lego UCS Star Destroyer, same thing. I get it up over my head, up on top of the boards. I don't know if you've ever seen this setup here. We'll do this with the camera. Whoa!
Oh wow.
I literally got brick sets going up 9 feet to the ceiling.
Wow.
In this, yeah, and this is part of the backlog, and the studio here, what I call the studio, this is 79 by 79 inches. Being a warehouse guy, I'm a master at space management and stuff, and I've got 4 of these Billy IKEA cabinets, 1 narrow IKEA cabinet, and then I built a hutch on my desk, and then I used to do a green screen setup, which was better and worse for different things. And then it's like, I told my wife, I need more space for some of the backlog stuff I want to build. And she goes, no. I go, okay. But the agreement was 79 by 79. So I went up and I put boards across the top of everything. Yeah. And actually, if you take a look, there was a little demolition stream I did, 4 or 5 hour stream. You'll see it about 2 or 3 weeks back. You'll see where I rearranged everything because as I was starting to build out a lot of the cars, this was thinning out, and I needed to get some of the backlog in here. So I brought some out of storage, brought some down, rotated some stuff, and it's like, so you see what this looked like emptied and what I was doing up and down and pulling stuff, and it's just obscene the amount of bricks that are around me. If Toronto had earthquake problems, I'd be dead. Let's come down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I did send a link in the chat. It's the second one because I messed up on the first one.
Okay, so
that's my selling post.
Oh, you put them in our private chat.
Yeah. It's the second one.
Yeah, the only thing is I gotta be careful that I don't foobar the stream here. Okay, and here's what makes it worse. Because I use the account plus alias thing, one for Richard Martin, one for Albrecht's account, I can't even look at it right now. Because right now I'm logged in as Richard Martin there because of the live stream, and I can't screw that up. I'll check it later though.
Okay.
If you have a screen share, you can share it through. Are you on a computer right now?
Yeah.
So if you share it, like click add to
Hold
stream,
on.
like I've had people who've had a few tabs open they'd be embarrassed about, or
let me close Steam just in case. Yeah, we're good.
we're good. All right, so we'll add that, and what I'll do is, well, given the last one, I'm not going to let anyone else on. So sorry.
So
there's another one who wants to come on. It's like, nope.
yeah. Let me go to the first one. I'll just go from here. Do you see it?
Ooh, yeah. The world should be seeing this just fine.
Okay. So this is what I have left, and it's all for sale.
That's it? Oh, you mean everything you're showing us here?
Yeah.
Okay. There is a Warthog. It's not a mega thing. It's a build, right. Or not a build, but it's just a toy that had a figure.
Yeah, I'll show you again.
And it's almost the scale of these. The Warthog was a little bigger, and it was just so awesome. I don't know what I ever did with it. I'll never buy those small mega builds again. Oh, yeah, look at that.
So
it is pretty silver. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it was you.
This is all black here, the bottom part, and then this is like that gray you can see.
I was really worried that it was going to be gray and not silver.
These are all the alt builds.
Nice.
But I got the sword. I got this for $2.
Oh my goodness.
It came with a code as well. I just took the code out, and I was like, "That's what I wanted." Banshee and the.
Oh, what a cute
I have 3
kid.
skiffs.
He's so proud of himself. Oh my goodness.
This was exclusive to only Dollar Generals, for some reason.
See, we don't have Dollar General here.
All the helmets, needler. Helmets. The FUD. It's a really nice set. It's just, here's a sword.
Yeah, I like the sword. The
I
sword
got
was
this
pretty
here.
cool. Yeah, I know. I can't wait till I start building all the masters.
Oh, do you have this set here?
Yeah, so I've got all the builds. I don't have most of the skulls. I don't really care for them. I've got the battle bones. I got those coming out of my butt. Those were just, there were so many of those on the market. And
then the figures again. And I'll go back to that. It's like I don't even know. Let me look at the box.
And it was much more of an army green, the one I had. But
yeah, this is the World of Halo scale one. I think like what, 4 or 5 inch figures, something like that.
Yeah, I've been tempted a few times to get some of these different scales of figures and stuff. There's some really nice stuff, but it's.
And then I got a bunch of wasps, like 3 of them.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
You know who you'd have a good conversation. Oh wow. Okay, let's pull this out. Ooh. There we go. Brian, T-Fan. He's a big Transformers guy, but he's also a big Mega guy. And you guys.
Oh, I've talked to him one-on-one before. Just on. I was one of the judges for the Toymation Fest with the domain.
Okay.
Yeah, this year and the other year.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do it next year though because of some things that happened on it. So.
Well, like when I tried to do a giveaway, I had a big problem with fraud, and it's like, you know what, you guys have just burned what was going to be a great promotional thing I was going to do year long, and it's like, nah, forget it. Back
All you
when,
really have to do, if it was like YouTube accounts, you have them screenshot their YouTube account and it would say edit channel on it.
oh yeah,
And then
the
only they can
problem
have it.
was the shenanigans with the shipping, and
Oh, right.
yeah, they tried to be a little bit abusive and scammy, and say, no, it's okay. I don't really need to be giving stuff out.
Oh, the other guy left, I think.
Yeah. Now it's funny. It's been a little while since I posted the StreamYard's link in the channel as a pin, and you know what? Over the years, I've only had, that was the second person to be a weenie. Usually, I post it to the private. I got a private message chat, like a Discord, right?
Right.
As long as you're on Facebook or Instagram, and you've got the proper settings, I invite people, and then if they're invited, then once I vetted you once, then you're welcome to come on any stream. Like Greg, if he sees a link and he wants to come on, he can come on just about any stream. Sometimes I'll say, okay, maybe it's too much, don't come on every single stream. But if I post the link, then it's there for anyone there because you're all trusted and vetted at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But for the longest time, I was posting it pinned to the YouTube chat, not to the Facebook or anything else chats. But that, and it's hard to do in some of those other chats. But that's okay. The 13-year-old got his jollies. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Hey, I was 13 years old too once, but you know what was cool? When I was 13 years old and we had a computer and we were messing with, like, not one person on the internet. We were messing with entire schools. You know what I mean?
Right.
We were having some real fun. Or we were making freak boxes and going to the telephone booths and, putting the box to the phone, and like we're getting all of our our calls for nothing, making beatboxes and stuff. So it's like, hey, he trolled, that's good for him. We used to have some real fun. I mean, I loved when I built my first 386 and had my first 2400 baud modem and ran my first BBS and had all the phone lines coming in and have it all night going with connections coming in and people uploading and downloading. But that's okay. So you're not replacing the mega hobby?
No. I just want to get done with it. Done for hobbies for now.
See, I was kind of that way when I got out of the comic books.
I mean, I'm only 17 right now, so.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Well, you
I did
sound
pretty
older,
well.
so
I mean,
you've
I
done
did pretty
okay
well.
then. So how long were you collecting? Like, when did you actually start?
It was since the 4-pack, and then I got like the 10th anniversary Halo 4 Hog.
Hey Pedro, we're gonna bounce you out right now just because we already had one guy be an asshat tonight, so we're gonna keep it to one new guy tonight. Try another night, buddy.
Something about that purple shade turret set. My dad took that skydiving with him, so I've only kept that figure.
Oh.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I might keep the mammoth in that figure. That might be it.
The mammoth is a nice set.
Yeah.
One of my buddies in Niagara Falls, he's got one that's just so disgusting with dust. Like, he's giving me a really good offer for it, but I don't even want to clean it.
How much does he want for it?
Oh, well, because of the deals I was doing with him at the time, because I was buying some of his other stuff, he was on hard times. It would have been about 120 Canadian, which I felt was pretty good. Yeah. Like, I felt that was good.
That's probably the best deal you would have gotten for a mammoth, because now they go for like $600, $700.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I have no doubt, that I could kick myself for it, but I don't believe for a minute every piece was there. I don't. I've just known him too long, and I just seen I would go down to his place and do deals with him and say, I just don't believe he's cautious and careful enough to even have it be close to complete. I'm sure it would look it, but I won't know until I would break it back down 2 parts, inventory it, and then I'd be crying. And that was at a point when I was kind of walking away from any not just Mega, but used anything. But it was absolutely the Mega that made me start walking away from stuff. Like, no.
When I bought my Mammoth sealed, I didn't even put the sticker sheet on it yet.
Really?
I didn't even open the figures yet. They're still in the little baggies. I still have all the extra pieces in a little box.
Yeah.
I take care of it. It's just a little tiny bit dusty, but still like brand new, you could say.
Pedro's holding out. He's sitting in the green room. Pedro, you must be able to hear me. Because my options are I don't want to ban him. I mean, he's just going to sit there in limbo. There we go, buddy. Try another night.
Yeah, I don't think you'd want him to join now.
Oh, I'll probably take the link down now. Well, because I can't believe that I won't have Captain Troll come back tonight. And he may come back another night.
No, I doubt he'd.
I don't even know if I got any moderators tonight hanging around because I didn't do any advance notice on this. Probably not.
Wonder if there's other product images of that Tesla truck.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I wonder if there's any more product images of the Tesla truck.
That's what's annoying about Mega when I'm trying to come up with thumbnails and stuff. They don't have much. I mean, not that Lego is a lot better, but usually I have a much easier time finding good stock photography. I don't see enough. And Mega and Mattel just don't seem to have good media packages that I could leech from. Yeah, it's kind of too bad.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, we will. Here, we'll unpin that.
I'd say you're roughly half done.
Yeah, well, 132 out of like 300 something pages. So that's, yeah.
Well, I mean, just like parts count.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels that way.
Once you build the tailgate, you'll go crazy over it.
Well, I wanted to see some wheels on it,
nice.
but I'm pretty sure that's going to be one of the last steps. I'm guessing.
Oh, it is the last step.
Yeah, it's the last step. It's like, you dirty buggers. But you know what? If I put the wheels on sooner, it's going to be unstable, I'm sure. So it's like, okay, I'll wait. I'll be patient. But yeah, I mean, I definitely like the build experience more than the hunting experience. Or, so I got a lot of friends who would just love to buy the boxes. They don't build them, and do you, of course, but
if I'm buying a side, just build it.
Yeah. And for a lot of this stuff, if you buy it and build it right away, and you keep everything, of course, together, in most markets, people are willing to pay you close to what you paid for it anyway. If you don't have a lot of money to funnel into the hobby and you're a builder, and you could wash, rinse, repeat. And yeah, I mean, you might burn 5-10% of your money, but you get to build everything that way. I got a few friends who do that with just Lego, and it's like they get close to what they paid usually. And some people don't even mind, they'll pay, say, retail minus the taxes, as long as it's like really current. And that works for them.
Tax lately really got me.
Well, taxes up here, like for me, is 13%.
13%.
So 13%. So if I can get my deals, through Walmart or Toys R Us routinely, especially on Mega, will do 15% all the time. And you know what's funny? When they do 15%, they do it on the existing stuff, but they'll do it as something is introduced. You know how many times the Halo stuff or the Masters of the Universe stuff, like right away, day one in Canada, you can pick it up sometimes at 15% off MSRP. And it's just hilarious. About 3 times a year at Toys R Us, you can do that for a lot of the mega stuff. And the discounts tend to be even better for Lego, but less frequent. So they're, you can get 20 to 30% off, but Toys R Us in Canada is already 3 to 5% more expensive than Lego or Walmart for buying Lego. So, I mean, you lose a little there, but we're still very happy to have Toys
Best
R Us.
Buy a little while ago, and all their sets were like 90% off, and I have no Best Buy near me, so I'm like, ah.
So, does your Best Buy still have them in the store, or just online?
Yeah, they'd have like pallets of them of Lego.
Really?
Pallets.
So in Canada, we only recently started seeing, because online, huge selection of Lego that they sell, both first party and third party marketplace on their online site. Only recently did we start seeing it actually in the store, but like 3 sets here, 2 sets there, not a lot.
I always see full shelves of Lego at like Walmart.
Oh, hey, there's one I can allow in. Shazam! How you doing, Ken?
Good.
I
just came on to do a shameless plug. Anybody in the Belleville, Kingston area?
Is that this weekend?
April 30th. April 30th.
Okay.
Belleville Toy Show is doing a spring sale. I'll be there.
Awesome.
And
that's Sunday, of course, right?
Bricks in the 6. I'll be there.
Bricks in the 6, yeah.
I'm booked. I'm in. I'll be there.
Oh yeah, so you got a table? You got 2 tables?
Yeah, I got my booth already booked. I'm
nice.
good to go for that. So
well, that gives me another reason to actually show up. I didn't buy my stuff ahead of time. I'll buy at the door.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to commit to a slot. And I told
Graham, I was talking to Graham about that, and the reason why he did that was because he thought that it was going to be a little bit better of a flow so it doesn't jam up and get too many people, because they're only allowed so many people in the
and no matter what, 12 o'clock noon, 12:30 is going to be
there's going to be a break, and that gives all the exhibitors a chance to go and get something to eat and then come back and everything, right? So, but he's thinking about changing it up for next year, but he's not sure. See how this one works, but the way that they, like last year, or
the first one when they did it, you come in, you pay your ticket, and you go left into the venue or right to the vendors.
Yeah. This time, you go through all the displays, and then when you leave, you go through the vendor area to get out. So it's kind of like stop at our gift shop on your way out and spend as much time as you want there. Kind of thing. So I don't know if
did
there's
like
going to be
that
a lot
original setup, but then I spent a lot of time on both sides, and I was cool with it. And that big display that was in that hallway in between, like that was amazing too.
Yeah. I don't know who's coming back or anything. Like last year, last time in 19 when they did it, about 3 or 4 months beforehand, they had it already confirmed that they were going to have that big 8-foot Deep Space Nine there, right, as the big display.
Okay.
So I don't know what's going on this time. So, but I suspect that what's his name? Buddy that won this last Lego Masters will be there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Well, he's from Toronto, and he's friends with Graham. He's a very good friend of Graham's.
Oh, okay, so that helps.
So I'm expecting that he's probably going to be there. I can't remember his name off the top of my head though.
Yeah, I can't actually. I don't know who won because I didn't finish watching season 3.
Did you get mad? You know it wasn't Dave that won.
Oh really? Oh,
well, he got the job in.
I know he got the job. So to me,
he got the job
no matter what.
But he when he was on, he said that he wasn't the winner, and
he wasn't the winner. You're right.
Subsequently, he got hired on by Lego. So
yeah, which to me that's winning. I mean, you got your dream job.
You know what? I think probably every single season, the runner-up or the number 2, 3 guys probably got some sort of position for everything. Like, I mean, it's almost like it's a working job interview.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It feels like a working interview, right? Just because
they just don't get the prize money at the end.
No, but dude, I mean, to me, you're winning that life when you get to do what he's done. So it's like that's so cool.
So I've seen you on a couple of times, and just never had a chance to pop in real quick. And,
oh yeah. Well, you know that link is there, and you can see it. You're in the group.
Well, I'm just finishing up my school for the year, and then I'm gonna put another week or so of work experience placement at a gym here in town that I've been doing it at. One of my teachers owns a gym, so
okay,
going there 4 or 5 days a week, kind of thing, and working with doing personal training with clients and stuff. But you'd get a kick out of this. There's a thing. It's like a road bike, so like a 10-speed road bike, but it's got no front tire, and the back tire sits on this power meter, and the company has written software that tells the power meter how much resistance to put against the tire. So if you're going uphill, it puts up more. If you're going downhill, it assists you, so it seems like you're going downhill, and it's like a spin class, but it's on a regular bike, and you shift your gears and all this stuff, and it's called Power Watts. Okay. And it measures how much wattage you generate through your pedaling.
Yeah.
And all this. So it's actually kind of a neat thing.
I've got I don't even remember the name anymore, but I got a pretty sweet setup that runs through my cassette on my rear wheel.
Yeah.
And
this is
I got another monitor on the crank, and it's just brutal because you got all this wireless connectivity, and it at times can be a little flaky.
So for yours, do you take your back tire off and put the adapter
I bought a kit.
on?
I bought a kit that and I didn't even put it. I had it installed for me when I had my what the frick were my mountain bike tires? Those vicious oversized road slicks that I put on last year. And when I had him do that, I said, "Can you put this kit on for me?" He says, "Yeah, no problem." I like it, but ultimately, I don't need any of that monitoring. Like, it's cool to have those numbers and statistics.
Yeah. Well,
for me, all that riding that I was doing, that's all about me anyway.
And this thing cool it's a franchise. It's a franchise out of Montreal called Power Watts. So I've been learning how to coach and encourage people through that. And so he's got 6 bikes. So you put 6 people on there. You bring up some music, and you talk them through every stage of the race.
Do you like the experience? Like you get on
I
the bike
rode
yourself?
once. I've ridden once. Like, so I'm not riding in front of them. I'm standing behind them, and I'm encouraging the 6 riders as they ride.
Okay.
You can ride along with them if there's space, but generally the bikes are full with customers, right?
Sure.
You want paying people in the seats. So but,
are the bikes really customizable for fit? Because that's, of course, the biggest problem with any bike.
So seats slide up and down, front, don't understand
bike fitment, and that is the biggest difference between a good experience and a bad experience, and actually injury and being healthy on a bike. Because so many people hurt themselves. Like, so many of my friends or people who try to do some of the stuff I've done on the bike, like Toronto, Niagara Falls, like, they don't understand that, like, my ass bone is barely on the seat. I can have this, crazy looking wedge of a seat, and they think, "Oh, how can you ride on that?" It's like, your weight is not on that seat. It's barely on that seat. It's all on the legs, and your core is doing what it should be doing. Honestly, it's only there to keep me from falling off the bike. It's not.
So the seat adjusts both up and down and back and forth like a spin bike, and the handlebars adjust up and down and back and forth like a spin bike, and that's all adjustable and everything. right?
Okay.
So, and I rode once, and it was like, I'm not used to riding.
Sure.
And the guy that was running it, the guy that works there, Aiden, he's coaching it, and he's like, now you don't have to hit all these challenges, but these are the challenges. I'm like, challenges? You did not just challenge me to something. So here's me, never ridden this before in my life, and I jump on this bike and try and meet all these goals, and so I haven't been back on it since, because I hurt myself pretty good. And
Really?
well, Monday, if I was going to ride, I took a week off because I was injured, and then I might have ridden this week because I was feeling well enough, but Monday was a holiday, so we were closed. So I ride on Mondays. There's only one guy that rides when I'm there, so I would jump on and ride the same time as him, and the rest of the time that I'm there, the bikes are full. Or on the Wednesday evening when I go, I coach the 445, and the owner's able to ride because I coach. So, and then the bikes are full usually but it was a brutal hill. It was a hill course, like up and down hills. So, yeah, not fun. 4 kilometers, 4.5 kilometers of uphill, downhill, 7-8% grade. No, thank you. Not my idea of fun.
No.
So, but yeah. So I'm learning lots there, but almost done. But it's been a good. I said to the guy, I said I wanted to come to his place because I wanted, I can go to any gym and work with clients and do group classes and stuff like that. That's not the hard thing. The hard thing is finding somebody who's going to teach me, help me to see the business side of it, right?
Yeah.
How to run a small business kind of thing. So through him, he knows a fella here in town who, I guess he's the son of a lady that owns this building. And the building that, it was actually one of the Power Watch riders that comes. His name's Paul. Paul put us onto this building because he's an entrepreneur and business and property owner and stuff. And he said, you should check out this building. It's an old decommissioned car wash. So it's got a drive-through car wash bay.
Okay.
And it's got 2 wand wash bays, and then it's got a drive-through oil change bay. And Paul was thinking that drive-through oil change bay might be really good for a blacksmith shop for me.
Okay.
So I'm trying to see how much they want and that kind of thing. So if I
do you got an idea how much square footage you're going to need to do?
Well, that place is about 3,000. So I could do it in 1,000 square foot, but 3,000 I have more than enough room.
Okay.
So, I think it's probably let me see here. It's probably about maybe 75 feet long.
And this is going to allow you to have the class environment too that you wanted to do, or
yeah. It's probably about 40 feet. Like the oil change side is probably 40 feet wide and maybe 60 to 70 feet long, front to back kind of thing, right? It's a pretty big space. So I haven't even seen it yet, but on the piece of property that's there's 2 different buildings. One is rented out to a propane supplier, and the other's this empty car wash. And if I could swing a deal with the lady, say I go to her and say, okay, if I pay the taxes, the equivalent of what the taxes for that building would be, would you let me take it on a part-time basis? Like, so basically I want to do a proof of concept. If she can cut me a deal on the rent for 6-8 months or whatever, so I can see, is this viable? Can I generate enough income to pay a couple grand?
And this is sat empty for a while, or
this has been empty as long as I've ever been in the city, and I've been here 15 years.
Oh, dude, you would think they would bend over backwards for any kind of opportunity to get.
Well, that's it. That's just it. The whole property, the propane dealer, and I think Levesque Propane, I don't know exactly what they do. I'd have to look them up. Levesque Propane. Yeah, they're a supplier.
Yeah, Noble 6, thanks for coming on.
Yep.
You can come on again.
Sorry, I monopolized the conversation.
Right.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
All right, have a good one.
Take it easy, Noble. And Noble's a nice young guy, 17 years old. Definitely more mature than the other prick who wanted to come on.
Oh, yeah.
Little 13-year-old. And actually he created another account. He's in the private chat. You can read that.
Oh, the troll, the guy that said he trolled.
Oh, I trolled you. It's like, okay, whatever, kid.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it. I just there's a guy in Atlanta that I connected with. I've been trying for ages to get him to respond to me, and finally he saw my message on Instagram and started messaging me. Oh, it was on Facebook. He sent me some pictures on Facebook of I bought some stuff off of him.
Okay.
It cost me about $250 Canadian. I'm going to bring up a picture on my screen.
Oh, hey, David, good question. That's Ken Wentz, Lord of the Figs, and I will put up the banners just for a moment. I stopped kind of doing that, but let's see. There you go. Now for Ken, it's smaller because, of course, under StreamYards, I now have control over all the screens now. Finally.
Oh,
that was the feature they had. That's why you're only like this, and you're not a whole big window. A lot of people are coming out. We're only doing their cell phones and stuff. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different tricks I can do with these cameras now and move them all around. And I mean, that's probably a little more what we're used to. We can leave that up for a bit. And also now I'm full screen and I got the other camera overlaying. It's like, this is stuff I had years ago using the better software like OBS, but now you can do some of it with this stuff. And it's like, for me, that was a quality of life change. Like, ooh, I could be a lot more creative if I want to be now. The God honest truth, the defaults are still sometimes better. Like if I just go to some of the old school setups and start messing around, like some of these are still better.
Yeah. But I mean, you want people to see what you're doing for the main.
Yeah, I mean, they generally coming to see, hey, what's this odd thing he's building? And
yeah.
Which one's there? We can do that for now.
All right.
So isn't there a show this Sunday somewhere near you?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I know I was looking at something, but then I realized.
How do I share my screen here?
Well, there should be you're on the computer, right? So somewhere at the bottom, you should have present, I think, as an option.
Present. There we go.
Okay. So it's the same for you as it is for me then.
Screen.
And then when I see it, as long as you're sure that there's nothing you don't want to be shown, you give me the thumbs.
That's fine.
Well, hey, as I was saying to Noble 6 before he did, I said, make sure there's no tabs or anything you don't want the world to see. Because whatever you share shows up. Screen. And I only see it as like 3 inches across the bottom of my 32-inch monitor.
Photos? Yeah, it'll be photos.
I'm not sure where this is going to sit.
Okay. So can you see the photos?
Right now, I'm not seeing a share window come my way yet. It'll pop up just like another camera on my end, and then I just approve it so it goes.
I sent it. Oh.
in stream under StreamYards, or you send it like a?
Yeah. No,
Really?
Hang on. Let's try this again. Present.
Yeah. So for you, you'd be
Share
clicking.
screen.
Yeah, share screen. You might have to
Share.
select a window or a tab or both.
Yeah. Present.
Yeah, right now I'm just seeing my
Share.
5 cameras. 4 of mine.
Share my screen. There we are. Select window or screen.
Yeah, do that.
To calendar, Microsoft, photos. Allow.
Oh,
Did you see
David, I'm
that?
not almost finished. I'm maybe half finished. There's a lot to this. Still. Yeah, we're only maybe halfway through the second box, and there's a whole third box.
So can you see any of this that I'm trying to share?
Not right now, no. And it's not because of the number of cameras, because I can say add a add a camera slot.
Let me try it this way.
Save, I'll say update.
Oh, the browser can't access your screen. Try capturing a different screen. So let's go present screen there. I'll just do the whole thing. The entire screen. Allow.
It's kind of neat. Right now, it's locked to your frame, actually.
There you go.
Okay, that is showing up.
Okay, so let's do.
Now, what I'm seeing is I haven't put it on the screen. Is I'm seeing my stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you see my picture there?
I could see that whole window. Yeah.
You see me moving the.
Yeah. So here we go. So the world sees everything on this screen right now.
So I picked this stuff up. Can you see that? See all these funky colored chunks of stuff?
Oh no, because it's only showing my. So I guess you can't see it right now. I'm going to remove it because all it's showing is your StreamYard screen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on a second. Let's close this. I know what I'm going to show. I'm frozen too.
Yeah, and even when I brought it back, it didn't unfreeze you.
Let's do this. Page.
What browser are you using right now?
Firefox.
Firefox. I wonder if there's an issue because you've shared stuff before.
Yeah. And
I don't think we've had a problem before. That's not to say something new hasn't been introduced either with. Well, it's like I'm still using 2 browsers to pull this off. Chrome and Chromium have not been fixed, so to get my other 3 cameras working, I have to do it on the Microsoft one, Edge, which is really annoying. I mean, I've gotten used to it, and there's actually been some side benefits.
Oh. Okay, so now can you see this window in my browser?
Okay. Right now, I'm just seeing your StreamYard's page.
Really?
Yeah. So, because even the thumbnail's not updating, and your headshot's not updating, and so there's something kind of inky going on.
Way. I have to stop sharing. I'll do it a different way. Let me see if I can do this. And now I'm frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, because my camera's off, I think. Stop cam. Start cam. I don't know why it's all frozen now.
Yeah. You want to try and leave and come back?
Yeah.
I mean, stranger things have happened. Well, it's nice to see that my internet has not given me any grief tonight. Just the 13-year-old. So you working on anything tonight, David? I'm really not liking the intermix of this gray and black. It's so hard to see in the instructions. I mean, the real bricks are fine. Where's, oh, this one's going there. Actually, I guess we're just going to do the same on this side. Looks like Ken's working very minor technical difficulty. 1x5, 1x5. Two by 3. I need some slopes. Not seeing your camera yet, Ken. Because normally I see you animated. Device not connected. How many of those? I need 2. Why can't I see what I need? It's not under anything, is it? It's got nowhere to go. It's not like it fell off. Okay, that's 1. Good. This 2. One of those. One of those. One of those. Okay. Ken, did you break the internet? Okay, so that looks good. Let's see. Wave at me. All right. So at least your camera's good.
I switched back to Firefox because Chrome didn't want to work.
Really? See, I don't know, man. I used to love Chrome, and slowly I'm starting to get like a little with it. But to be fair, I can't run the whole thing on Edge either. So
yeah. So let me see if I can find
a Chromium problem, because both of the two browsers I'm using it are based on it, or it could be StreamYard's broke something, which is very possible because they've done it in the past.
So I'll have to do it this way. So
okay, so hang on.
This.
We'll make it nice and big. Boom. Ooh.
So I bought that, and then here. Too bright. There we are.
Ooh.
Some of that, and then
colors are crazy. Wow.
So I got that from a guy out of a place called Peach City, Georgia. It's about 45 minutes southwest of Atlanta. I've been trying since last August to get this guy to read, and he had posted something on Instagram saying that he was selling off a bunch of his stuff, and he was looking to make money for fixing his car.
Okay.
So I commented on one of the pictures and I said, I want lot number 7. And it was sold before he saw my thing.
Man.
I said, well, I've been sending you DMs since last August. And he's like, I am so sorry. Yada. We got talking. We just talked. And he says, I have some other stuff back in my studio when I get there, because he's an artist. He says, when I get back to my studio, I will take some pictures and send them. And those are the pictures he sent me, plus a couple others. And I said, this is the stuff I want. What do you think that stuff is? I'll show you another picture of it. You tell me what you think this is made out of.
I don't know.
What is that big? What's this? Oh, this big one over here. What's that look like to you?
You've got me, man. I don't know.
Okay, so it's got 2 different names. It's called Detroit agate or Fordite.
Really?
It is super hard to get.
Why?
Really super hard to get.
It's not rare, is it?
Well,
or is it just hard to process? And
it takes a long time for it to come into creation.
Okay.
It's a man-made item.
Oh.
But you don't. It's a byproduct.
Oh, nice.
Now, if I say it's Fordite.
Yep.
It's a byproduct of, what do you figure?
Fordite.
Fordite.
Yeah. And what would I think it's a byproduct of?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm going to say something dumb like something from the auto industry, but that's going to sound dumb.
Right. And Detroit agate comes from the Motor City.
Okay.
So it's a byproduct of car manufacturing. Now, what has multiple different colors and it's involved in car manufacturing?
Multiple different colors and involved in the manufacturing of cars.
And you would see it in layers like you saw in that picture.
I'd say paint, but that seems like another
domain. You're absolutely correct.
Oh, okay.
That is years and years worth of paint built up, chipped off the spray room walls, and then yep. And then you sand it down and you end up with this stuff called Detroit agate. It takes forever for it to build up enough to create anything, right? So it sells for about $100 a pound. American.
Wow.
Yeah. I ordered it was $185 for what I got for those three pictures, and he tossed in a couple other things for me, a couple of raw pieces. So the smaller stuff, what you do is you take the smaller pieces, like the really cool looking ones that I showed you that had quite the layering effect that you saw in it.
Yeah.
That he calls dragon scale. So what you do is you pour your epoxy and you put this stuff in the epoxy, and you embed it within an epoxy rectangle kind of thing, right? And this is what it's synthetic handle material, and it turns out looking really, really, really cool. There's people if you go on Google and you Google Fordite, you'll get a bunch of Etsy pages and people make pendants and stuff out of it. And this is what he makes it. Like when you looked at some of the pictures, you saw the shape
all
of
really, really just thin layers of caked up paint.
No, it's thick. Well, yeah, it'd be like very thin layers of. So say they spray 100 cars red.
Yeah.
And they all go through the booth, and the overspray for 100 cars ends up on the wall. And the next time they do blue, and they spray 100 cars blue.
Okay.
Well, you get 100 layers of blue paint. So it becomes one thick layer of blue paint.
See, you know what's funny? You're making me think back to my childhood. The house I grew up in was 100 years old, and I had a bad habit of biting the windowsills. I'd walk up and well, everywhere I bit into it, you see 7 different colors of old, probably lead paint, right? And that
explains a lot.
Yeah, and they
chewing on lead paint.
Oh, I have no doubt there would be lead paint. All those layers caked on over the years. Come on, some of it had to be lead. But
one more picture.
Because every time you showed this picture, it honestly looks like, where I had done some damage.
Well, here, look at this. That's the side of those pieces that.
Now that looks a lot more appealing and a little less like someone's tie-dye experiment.
Right. So that is the side of those.
Oh.
Right. So when you put those, stack those up one on top of each other, you end up with what looks like this.
Okay.
Right. And you can see all the layers.
Yeah.
And every one of those layers would be a day that they were spraying a certain color on a car.
Okay.
There's probably hundreds and hundreds of layers of paint there. So.
And your eventual idea for this?
Knife handles.
Oh, wow. And everyone's going to be unique.
Yeah. They were in Toronto as of yesterday. So the package should be here any day now. I'm hoping maybe tomorrow. So. But I mean,
you're gonna be watching for Mr. Posty.
Those things are like, so I should take you for a little walk over to my processing area here in the kitchen. Turn the light on.
You've taken over the kitchen. Wifey must be thrilled.
I picked up a lot of not a lot. I picked up a lot, so a bunch of minifigures. Oh, I picked up some of them already. So, light behind me. Put that there with that. Let's see if I can turn on this kitchen or dining room light. Dining room. There you go. Dining room. There we go. Whoa.
Hang on, I want to mess around a bit. I think I got it on the camera there. Serve us a little better. Hang on one sec before you show it. No. Oh, that sucks. Oh, why is it? Oh, I see, because they're numbered. Okay, back to one of the other ones. It's working better for us.
Actually, I think I got them on.
Okay, you can put it up, and I'll just big screen it.
Most of them are bagged, but
oh, nice.
So I got those
What's
guys.
what's the red
And
one
then-
closest to you on that plate? Yeah.
Plastic Man.
Oh
Came in
my
poly bag.
goodness. What's he fetch?
Let me see here. Messages. I texted somebody. This one. Plastic Man goes for $35.
Oh, jeez. That's nice. And that's a
So-
Lucy. Ah, Boba
Boba
Fett's.
Fett.
Someone was asking me because I've started to post some of my replays on Boba Fett. And they go, oh, you got those old figures? I go, yeah. Oh, nice. Simpsons. Oh, my goodness. I regret not buying the house for my own personal collection. I love the
Those
figures.
guys.
Love
More. Okay, that. And then.
I would mimic the voice of the one guy, but it sounds racist every time I do it. So,
Hey! Like stupid dogs. Those two.
nice.
Glam Metal Batman.
I tell you, that's one of my favorites. Ooh, so you got 2 of the 3 figs from the Chopper set.
Nope, got all three.
Oh, you got all 3. There you go. That's the one everyone really wants, that one.
And then I got this guy that was included. I'm racking my brain trying to figure out where he is from. Now, he's got a Batman cape on. He's got plain
Okay.
white legs. He's got the hair from the mechanic. He's got the torso from the Egyptian queen. He's got the cape and the purple collar from the alien Ventress. And I don't know, the head is just some head. So he's Lego parts, but he's all mixed together to
He's
make an
cobbled
outfit.
together. I mean, he looks
Yeah.
cool as
So
is, but
he is a true Lego custom figure, right?
yeah.
To make an Elvis Presley figure. I'm like, okay. So he's not really worth anything. But then included in the lot was this. And he is a custom printed replica Lego type minifig.
Sure. On Lego Elements, right?
No, he's not. This is
Oh.
this is all fake. This is no
Okay. So it might be a Kof figure or
right. So there's no
Okay.
Lego branding
Yeah.
on it or all
Okay.
anything, right? So that's
Nice looking
100% aftermarket kind of thing.
So what's the quality of that one like for you?
He feels really close to the he's one of the better Chinese figures, right? Not bad clutch for the torso to legs.
How's the
And the head is
shoulders?
Tight.
Tight.
Super
Okay, good.
tight. Yeah.
Good.
So it's one of the better quality ones, right? So
I love the print. It's a beautiful print.
yeah. I mean, you never see a Cyclops like that. That's Lego,
No.
right? So I'm not going to sell them, but I might give them away to a kid or something. So look, we got a visitor.
Yeah, mine's too lazy to come near me at this time of night.
I've got 4 in my house right now. So-
Why? It's too many.
Hey.
Too many.
I've got 4. We've got him and his brother, which is, I don't know if you can see him way over there in the cat tree in the corner.
Yeah, at the top, yeah.
Yeah, black and white one. But then on top of it, I've got my middle daughter took a job on a sailboat, and she's supposed to sail from the Netherlands to South America. And she left
was that the
she left-
schooner? You were
yeah,
you were telling us this.
it's actually a brigantine, but yeah. Well, it turns out to get insurance, but she's sitting in the Netherlands waiting to leave. Turns out to get insurance on a 120-year-old sailing vessel. That's maybe his thing.
Oh no!
Yeah. So,
wait. This is personal insurance or insurance for the boat? For
liability insurance for the company to insure them
okay.
for the voyage, right?
Okay.
They're not allowed to leave. Like the harbor, the safety international safety commission will not let them leave without insurance.
They got a boat somewhere in the Caribbean, and they're having the same problem that, especially at certain times of year, it's very hard to insure their boat.
Yeah. Just to finish up all these figures I got a Batmobile. I got Dimensions Batmobile.
Oh, wow.
In it. And the base plate. And the comic.
Oh.
Right? Got the book from the chopper attack. Anyway, guy posted it on Facebook, and I jumped on it like a savage. Because I saw the Deadpool.
Yeah.
How much would you expect somebody to have to pay on Facebook for that? All those figures, 27 figures. Yeah.
I want to say 150, but I'm just pulling that number out of my head. I mean, when I got my used set, I got the whole thing, including the box and everything. I was very happy. And I paid $105 for the whole thing, and I was tickled to pay that.
Yeah.
But I was very fortunate, I think, at the time. And I can only imagine it's gone up. So how'd you do?
Well, I'm going to chat with, I'm going to send you the number. I'm not going to say it out loud.
Okay. Well, it's no one's business. Yeah. Okay, so it's in the private chat. Dude, oh my God, you're smiling.
Now you know why I don't want to say it out loud.
No, because of course it's might burn you later when you go to flip it. But no, that's sweet. You're laughing, dude.
Yeah, and it turns out the guy I bought it from, I picked up a bunch of Hot Wheels from him for Mike the other day.
Okay.
You want to see the Hot Wheels?
Sure. I've slowly weaned myself off. I'm no longer actually managed to go into a few stores and not look at the Hot Wheels.
We'll go into the Lego room and look at the Hot Wheels. My Lego room's a disaster right now.
Everyone's Lego room is a disaster.
Well, I mean, look.
I don't like seeing them perfect because I don't know what it was. Messy mind, messy room. I don't know what it is, but I don't like to see everything perfect. Here, I'm going to blow this one up. And no.
So that.
Dude. Wait. Is that a shaker?
I don't know what it is. Stone Cold Steve Austin WWE truck. Here's one for you.
It didn't say shaker on it. Sure looks like a shaker. Okay. The Star Wars ones I've seen. They're cool though. If you can get was it 5 of them? I think there's 5 in the run.
Yeah. This is you want to see it again? I gotta get a hold of it.
Oh, that's absolutely a bone shaker truck. Yep.
Yeah.
And, wow. Okay, so I guess even though I stopped collecting those, I think I'll have to see if I can find that. Oh, neat.
I'm not into Hot Wheels, so I'm like, sure. It was here in Kingston, so he's like, can you go get this for me?
Yeah.
Snoopy?
Now, there's a couple of variants on that one, I noticed. I've seen that one.
He's got 2 of these in here.
Really?
Yeah, there's one on card and one off card.
I hadn't seen that one before.
Off card.
Oh. That's really nice.
Super Mario?
Yeah, I've seen the run of them. There's definitely some cool stuff, and there should be more shortly. I know they had a late run that didn't coincide properly with the movie. No. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, and it is branded with the Bond on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa, and the 1A. Oh, for the different. Yes, for the new movie.
And then Taxi,
I know some people killed for that Ghostbusters one.
Batmobile, another Batmobile. I love it when a plan comes together.
I actually passed on that when
Another
I took my daughter to. There's a die-cast store north of Barrie, and we drove up there for giggles one day. And I let her choose about $20 worth of stuff, and I picked up about $80 worth of stuff.
1960,
yeah,
68 Batmobile.
There's no chrome on. So I don't know if that was an original release one, because I know I had one that had the chrome on the tips there. Oh,
Rice Krispies truck.
Kellogg's, nice.
Yeah. And then
see, I love the vintage kind of branding stuff. That's the
Hot Wheel Batcycle.
Yeah.
So there's that. That's the first box. Let's see if the put this.
Jeez, where were you when I was trying to get people together for new bricks? And then I just said, screw it. I'm just
I had some other stuff. I think I had some other stuff happening. How about this? Jetsons. Turn this way up.
I like the Simpsons car more than I like that. That's still pretty cool, though. I mean, I like Jetsons, like, just period. Jetsons stuff's pretty
cool. You'll like this one.
Yeah, so my daughter found me that one and a red variant. And it's the only two I've got, and apparently there's 6 more if I really want to be looking.
On card, color changing Batmobile.
Now, I had not seen that. That's cool.
And an original Batmobile on card.
I like that. That's nice, cleaner looking. Yeah.
Let's see here. Let me just put these down.
Guy in the States has been sued for all the Batmobiles he's been not mass producing, but he's been pumping them out for a while.
Herbie.
Oh no, put the Barbie back up. I gotta see the Barbie.
Herbie the Love Bug.
Oh, Herbie. Yeah. Yep. I'm surprised they haven't redone a Herbie movie. They've made all those horrible movies after the first one, and they haven't gone back to that license.
How about a DeLorean?
Oh, yeah, that one I got.
Time Machine?
Yeah.
Batman Begins.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, that one's pretty cool. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, that's just ridiculous.
Another one, Arkham Knight.
Okay.
I think that's from the video game. Batwing.
Ooh. Yeah, I like that one. I would still like an 89 movie Batwing.
That's called Drawback.
Yeah.
Whatever
I don't know. I didn't like the look of that. I've seen that a few times.
And then a silver Batmobile.
Oh, that's a nice variant.
Yeah. And then Meet the Flintstones.
Oh.
So those are the ones I picked up for him. Well, yeah. And I will, in the private chat when I sit down, And we didn't even argue with the guy. Those two different prices. That's what his ask was.
He's and he was. Let's see. Wow.
Yeah. It's like that lady. That
if I was heavy into this, I would have offered double that probably for what you just showed me, and I would have been happy to.
Well, that's all the guy was asking. We didn't have to beat him down on any of that. That's all you want? Okay. Sure. Give him his asking. Just
ultimately,
it's like the lady coming out of the IKEA store. Start the car.
Yeah. You just want to complete that deal. I had a deal where me and wifey, we went to do the pickup. Super nice, having good conversation, and we're getting down to it. And then I thought I was going to pay more for sure. There was a little miscommunication.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he told me what he wanted, I looked at my wife, and she knows because I had a conversation on the way there. And we're just looking at each other like, we don't want to be rude, but we want to get out of here as fast as possible before someone clues in they've made a huge mistake. And we did give him an opportunity to correct himself, and he was sure. It's like, okay, we're taking this and running. I didn't want to be rude and get out of there quick, but I always have that, we got to be somewhere thing anyway. So
yeah. So that CyberTruck looks like it's going to be pretty big.
19 inches at least, and I think it's going to be 6.5 tall.
The only problem is and it's not any fault of you. It's 100% on Tesla. The thing is ugly.
Oh yeah. Well, my very first stream, I think when I put the show notes up,
ugly.
I'm building, the best representation of an ugly truck, and
well.
And now I know some people are starting to say, is it even a truck and this and that. By the way, some of the there's some leaked video out there showing it looks like they're going a different direction with the wheels now. That could just be a prototype to driving around.
Make it look like a truck. Look at the Chevy electric or the Ford F-150 electric. I don't know. I don't even know if it's an F-150 or an E-150.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might be an E-150 because it's electric and not fuel. So, I don't know. But I still don't think that everybody going to electric is the way to go. They're starting to realize
this whole electric battery thing is not going to work.
It takes so much ore to make one battery for one of those cars that I think they said to mine enough ore, the vehicle that has to mine the ore burns something like 220 liters of diesel a day.
I think it's going to be the ultimate smack in the face to the tree huggers. If you want the vehicle because you want it, you got the money, great. I don't begrudge anyone having what they want, as long as they don't delude themselves that this is making a significant dent in whatever
buying a Tesla is
environmental issue you believe in.
For somebody to buy a Tesla, it's a status symbol. It's people saying, I have a Tesla.
Oh, if I could,
that's all it is.
Because I'm in an apartment. If I could absolutely have one, I would. I love them, but I have no delusions about the impact of the processes. Yeah.
Hey, whatever happened with you going in for that? You're looking at taking another job at a different center or something.
Yeah. So, well, here's the thing. So, the Cornwall stuff that kind of fell apart.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was not. I won't call it a downturn. We changed the business. I don't know if you're aware. So, one of the things we did leading into Christmas was we ship less stuff direct to customer from our warehouses if the customer has chosen store pickup. If it's at the store, we send it to the store. Basically, we were looking at ways to reduce the shipping costs.
Right.
And we're no different than Amazon right now because Amazon's doing the same soul searching.
Right.
And it worked. It worked incredibly well. Now the stores cry foul. But
so the store, if somebody says I want to pick it up in the store, and the store has it on the shelf,
if it's already at the store, they're absolutely going to get it. And if it's not at the store, but they still want the store pickup, I mean, okay, then we'll get involved and we'll still do what we normally do. But
so I ordered a set of dishes.
It took half my business away from my building. And it took a fair bit from our other building in Mississauga to the point where we now actually restructured in the last couple of weeks again. And some of those jobs we actually we gave people options of, well, we don't need you there, but if you go to our new building, which is only a couple kilometers north, it's not far. We opened up a new one in Vaughan. You basically keep your job, and there's going to be lots of potential there. But yeah, so it sucked for a lot of months, which is why I also chose a lot of off time. But it's been great for the business. It sucks for the stores because they're not really getting more manpower to do the picking.
Here's a question: if I ordered something online to be delivered to store, for Kingston, would it come out of Mississauga, or would it come out of
Kingston? Kingston would come out of the Cornwall distro for us. So from my buildings, we send plenty to Cornwall, and it gets distributed from Cornwall to you and to Ottawa and whatever.
So you guys probably sent is that why it took 3 weeks for me to get a set of dishes?
It also depends on if we are the seller and shipper, or if it's like a marketplace seller and they're just listing on their site.
You guys were the seller, sold and shipped by.
So it could be any number of reasons why it was delayed so long. That does seem to be a little bit excessive, even for stuff that we're sending there. Because honestly, it's only 4 hours down the road. You add an extra day or two because of what we do by sending it to the distro there, and then they got to bounce it to your store. Let's say you add a day or two. I don't see why it would take so many weeks.
So I was walking through Costco the other day with the wife, and I see this 2-in-1 set. So it's the teenage Groot, and it was paired up with the Iron Man armory, not the Hall of Armor, the armory.
Okay.
So it's got the car, and it's got dummy, and it's got all these, right? So both sets in one box, but all the seals are blown. They're all stretched and come off and everything.
Sure.
And it was on sale for $79.97. So I knew it was a clearance price.
Okay.
So I looked up the price on both sets.
So do you know the whole deal with all the last digits at Costco? Like
I kind of know it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sort of. And I know that 9.7 means that's it. It's done. It's not coming back.
Yeah.
So 9.8 is out of it's on sale, but they'll restock it at some point or something like that. And so anyway, there was 3 of these 2-in-1, so 3 Groots, 3 Iron Man sets in total. And I looked it up. Groot is going for somewhere around $70, $80, something like that.
Okay.
Or maybe it was $60 plus tax. Anyway, and the Iron Man set is going for 130, 129 or something like that, $130 plus tax on Lego. So I'm sitting there looking at this going, that's a really good deal. So I grabbed all 3. So I'll have those at my next thing. But like the one on the 30th, when I go to Belleville for that, I'm only doing 1 table. So I'm not taking the full complement of everything, because people are they come, they mess with my stuff, they mix it all up, and so
and then you got to re-inventory everything afterwards too. Right?
Usually, I got to make sure that, but like I said to Mike, I was at Mike's. I did Mike's last show. Had 2 tables, cost me $100 for the tables for 2 of them, which isn't too bad in the grand scheme of things. But at $100 for the tables plus another $40 or $50 round trip for gas, I said I got to sell $500 just to break even because my cost of goods, right? So if I, and then so it's hard. So that's what kind of I'm still feeling the sting from that. Remember that show I did last summer in
the Toronto
in
show?
downtown Toronto? Yeah.
The 99 people, 98 people.
Yeah.
That was just, I couldn't believe it. And I felt bad. I mean,
yeah. It was more of a cosplay show than it was a collectible show. And I was not happy about that. So,
no,
so it made me a little
between the
gun-shy
poor
to
marketing, and I felt like,
commit.
Definitely some misrepresentation.
Wow. To give Graham $450 for 2 days worth of tables at Bricks in the Six, that's I'm putting a lot of faith in that.
Well, and he's got, I still think he needs to do a better job, like promoting it himself. But
yeah, Trevor was the promoting guy. So as it starts counting down and stuff, just if you can keep mentioning and pumping it for everybody, that would probably help for getting the word out there, and just like talking it up on Facebook and the Lego circles and everything. And I mean, maybe even if I could,
post in the groups.
I will.
Those groups are there for you guys too in your store.
I'll talk to
once a day, once a week, whatever you want to do, right up until the event. Go for it.
I'll talk to Graham, and if he's okay with it, I'll create like a chat with me, you, and him, and the 2 of you guys can talk, and maybe you could, because he's a Lego employee, right?
Yeah.
So maybe if you connect with him, you can get him on one time to talk it up and get it out there to, I don't know, how many subs you got now? 12?
1,200, almost 1,300. Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know if you heard not Lego. YouTube screwed me again. Not like they did last time, a couple years ago. They only did on a handful of videos, but they cut my views by as much as 150 views on a handful of videos. So it's about a dozen videos. And
why?
Basically the same excuses last time. They said someone view botted it. I go, okay. Again, do you think it's me? No. They're looking at IPs and all this stuff. Okay,
so why are they punishing you?
Well, just because I'm on that cusp of always being monetized, it always seems like when you get close, they look, I don't know. But anyway, so this time they said there was almost 100 in the same community or similar community who got view botted. And so everyone's being treated the same. Everyone lost something. Fortunately for me, it was only on like 12 recent videos. And I knew about it a week ago, and I had 3 emails back and forth. So at least they were communicating with me this time.
Right.
And it sounded like they weren't going to penalize me. And then I woke up the other morning, and it's like, you sons of buggers. You took the views off. And it's like, whatever. I'm just so done with it, which is why I did a very short stream the other day. I was pissed off. But I'm really done doing anything other than, if I'm going to build, turn on a camera, and when I'm done, turn it off, because I don't want to put any effort into this. I just want to build and be happy, when I build. Because they just continue to screw with me and with others. I talked to a few others, and I'm just fortunate that I'm not making money off of building and doing this, that it hurts. It just sucks. That's all.
Yeah.
If I was actually relying on this as a source of income, I'd be cutting my throat. Because, every 6 months to a year, they find a new way to screw people. And
there was something like
we're on the cusp of another apocalypse.
Like you did the attack aircraft in 2018, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
You got 6.6 1,000 views, right?
Yeah.
The Gundam, 6,000 views.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars Grievous, the Buildable, 5.8.
Yeah.
Right? The Mega Construx, 5.3.
Yeah.
Your Mega Blocks Construct Warthog collection from 3 years ago, you did 63,000 views.
Well, that video is an evergreen video. Actually, so is the Gundam. A handful of those ones you just mentioned are actually ones that constantly produce for me, but the Warthog one is evergreen. Right.
What is it? What is it about those videos that are
the Warthog
producing and the build videos aren't?
Some of those are kind of unique to me. The Warthog collection is very unique to me, and other YouTubers sample my video. Gundam, especially in the English market, is unique to me. And that's great, but I can't do everything unique. And Mega, in the English world, I do decent sometimes. And actually, this is where YouTube recently stung me. It's like, come on, guys! Now if it was my bread and butter, you're taking off my table now. It's like, I give up. But I mean, and I'm not even going to pretend to understand the algorithm stuff anymore. I watch all the videos, I listen to all the stuff, and people are going to choose what they're going to choose. That's fine. But when I have them, and then you take them away, and you give me stories as to why, I don't know.
I'm just wondering what's changed from those videos to the videos that you're doing now with the builds that is not garnering as much attention.
I don't know. It could be saturation. Hey, it could be maybe I don't come across well, and that's okay too. I don't know.
But what about trying doing a time-lapse build of it and then doing a voiceover on it?
Here's the thing. When I do those, and I'm putting back up my replays just because I'm getting interest. I'm seeing spikes because of it. So now I've got like 4 months of replays in the can, where I'm just re-uploading the stuff, putting new hashtags on it, and I'm seeing interest, and I'm seeing some comments, and it's good. I don't see the same views necessarily as before, but it's what's old is new again, and it's basically free content for me. So I don't have to stream every day. Every day there's a video going up, regardless. And I've got like 4 months of it already in the can, and I can draw on 1,100 videos that I've done and streams.
Right.
So this is just at one a day. I've got 3 years worth of stuff I can put up.
I'm just wondering if maybe going with having a multi-part build like this, I
can afterwards, because I used to always do the time lapses afterwards. I used to do the review stuff, and you know what it comes down to? Work. It becomes work. When I time lapse it, it's CPU intensive, or it brutalizes my phone depending on where I do it. On a computer, it takes a while, and on the phone, it just sucks because now I can't use my phone. So it's one or the other. What if you
just built it, recorded it, and then when you import it in and you create the video, you just speed the video up as you're rendering it?
Well, no, and I can do that, but that's still, let's say this stream. I figure there's going to be 10 build streams of this.
Right.
An hour and a half to 3 hours, depending on the particular episode. And the time it takes me to speed it up so it looks decent while it's being speeded up, because you don't want to lose. You want certain key frames, right? Otherwise, it just looks really weird. And it's more time consuming than you'd believe. It really is. And it just sucks because I don't get any real payoff that's better, really, than just live streaming and being done with it.
Right.
It just isn't. For those that do it and it works for them, and that's great for them. For me, and it could be that
I was thinking about
4 years ago it was a different market, but then COVID brought everyone out of the woodwork.
Yeah,
and there's just so many people who've got 1, 2, 3, whatever number of cameras, and they're doing a good job, and better sound or better video.
I got no cameras. No cameras, but I'm looking at doing. I was thinking about doing a YouTube channel on blacksmithing and bladesmithing and my journey and where it's gotten me and how it's helped and all this kind of thing. But my videographer is on a boat in just outside of Amsterdam.
Okay.
So I want to use my kid as a videographer, but she's off doing her thing. So.
Well, I mean, you get yourself, you don't want the cameras to be too cheap, especially if your environment might be dark. Having everything well lit will be key, right? If it's the better the lighting, you can actually have lower quality cameras because, they need to be able to pick up the light. That's one thing I hate about the Creative, my headshot camera, because
Right.
it's just not as good as the Logitech's. And putting 4 Logitechs on this computer just seems to be a nightmare. So I'm just happy to have 3 and 1 right now.
I wouldn't do well, you're running like webcam kind of deals, right? I would do standalone cameras.
Yeah, if you get a DSLR and get a capture, actually it's nice because you can do it for $100-$150. Not bad. A good 1080p up to 4K input through USB-C, though. It'll be USB-C most likely. So as long as you got some decent hardware, you'll be able to do it.
Yeah. My thing right now is I need more. If I get into a building, I'm going to need I need to buy 2 forges, 2 more anvils, a whole bunch of hammers, and all that, because as soon as I'm into a place, I know for a fact that there's an organization at the base called Soldier On. They're looking for a place that they can send 6 guys to do blacksmithing stuff for events.
Okay.
So, and I'm currently waiting on a quote for. I haven't checked my email today. I'm waiting on a quote for liability insurance.
Okay.
Mail. I think it's going to be around $3,000 a year. Switch. Come on.
That doesn't sound too bad. $3,000 for a year.
Yeah, we'll see.
Be able to do that as monthly payments.
Yeah, it'd be about $250 a month. So now, say for example, the I get something in my nose that's driving me nuts. It's itchy. Say for example, the insurance is about $3,000,
right?
And then the lady's, I'm going to pay her taxes, and the share of the taxes of the portion that I'm taking is say $3,000 a year. Okay. Well, now that's $500 a month. I could swing $500 a month right now. That's not a problem. And then once I'm in there and it's operational, then I can kind of start leveraging the space to generate income in order to pay more for taxes or pay more towards her for lease or insurance or whatever, or lease or rent or whatever she wants, kind of thing.
Right.
So, anyway, I have to go to work in the morning, so I should cut this and let you get back.
It is actually a little late.
Yeah.
As soon as I'm done these 20 pieces, I'm out of here. Thanks for hanging with me. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Catching up.
I didn't talk to you in a while. So, again, April
you're welcome
30th,
anytime. You know where
Belleville.
the links are.
Yeah, I know Belleville's a bit of a drive for you, but
Sundays, that's a problem. Yeah. I have no free Sundays now.
Bricks in the 6th, 22nd of July, 23rd of July, Saturday, Sunday. Either 9 in the morning or 1 in the afternoon. Doors or tickets, and yeah.
Awesome.
Go to brickassembly.ca. Follow the links. You can get your tickets online.
Is there any good fights this weekend?
Yeah, not a bad one. Last week was better, but this week is.
Well, what's coming up? Because now they figured out how to use my
Max
Rogers
Holloway.
stuff.
Max Holloway and Arnold Allen.
Oh yeah,
he's a guy out of
Diaz
England.
is fighting that Paul kid in August 5th. Nick Diaz. I just don't know if it's a boxing match
Nick
or an
Nate.
MMA match. I assume it's a boxing match. But Nick Diaz, at least as an MMA guy.
Nope, Nate Diaz, not Nick.
Yeah, Nate Diaz,
the younger brother.
Oh, what I say? Did I say Nick?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I think it's Nate. is fighting Jake Paul.
Wow.
I might watch it this weekend. I don't know. Depends how much they want for it.
See, he lost to Fury.
I know.
Now he's gone back to fighting guys that aren't actual boxers.
Yeah, and on a forum I was on, I commented he has to win because he can't take another loss. Being a celebrity fighter only works if he's actually winning.
Well, yeah. I don't know. It'd be hard to say if he's going to beat Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is tough.
Yes. Well, both those guys, both those brothers, they always entertain, I tell you. And mouthy. Wow. Go get some rest. We'll talk later.
Okay.
Peace.
Ciao, dude.
Oh, I'm done. Am I done? I'm done. I'm done up to bag 26. All right. Good timing. So we didn't do a lot of progress. We got through 3 bags, but we got the front end of this thing, and I guess the kind of sort of light bar effect here. And hopefully I haven't made any mistakes. But yeah, it looks good. So other than the little 13-year-olds whose balls haven't dropped yet, everyone else has been cool tonight. Thanks for hanging, everyone. And thank you, Internet, for not bailing on me. I'd love to know why the Internet was such a bugger earlier. But we're done for now. Thanks, Ken, for hanging the last hour, showing off his Hot Wheels and other stuff. And we'll catch you guys later. Peace.